What's going on, Mayhem Fitness? Welcome back to our channel. We just got off our road bike. We just did a little quick 8-mile ride. I did a 16.5-mile ride yesterday. I've ridden the outdoor bike 3 of the last 4 days and 4 of the last 6 days versus the Peloton. And I wanted to hit the elephant in the room and talk about the challenge this year riding my road bike versus years past. And I've done some comparisons between the Peloton and the road bike. Here's the difference. I'm 250 pounds now versus a couple of years ago. I did that first bike review and I was between 190 and 200. So yeah, I'm 60 pounds heavier than I was at my lightest as I'm riding my bike now. I'm gonna be honest with you, that weight difference is killing me out there. I'm slower, the rides are a lot more challenging. That 16-mile ride yesterday, which was on a very hilly terrain, I did 750 feet of elevation in that 16 miles. To put in perspective, I love watching bike riding videos on YouTube, and I was watching a guy in Florida do 150 miles and with 125 total feet of elevation for 150 miles. I did 750 feet in 16 miles. And again, this wasn't a hill climb ride intentionally. There's just a lot of hills in the area. Even today on this ride, which was an 8-mile ride, there was still almost 300 feet of elevation. So I'm doing a lot of hills on here. And the biggest thing I'm noticing from the Peloton to the road bike is just the extra body weight that I'm carrying. The challenge of actually moving an additional 50 to 60 pounds on the bike versus the Peloton, which you're not having that challenge. On a stationary bike, you're not actually factoring in your body weight. So I've talked about this a lot on the channel. I have had very little challenge on the Peloton, staying at 70% resistance, 80% resistance for my longer rides. Yes, I'm more winded because of the extra weight, but I'm not pushing that extra weight on the bike like I am on the road bike, which is just absolutely crushing me. The other thing I will tell you that I'm gonna be very transparent, I rode my e-bike way too much last year. I rode it for exercise, which, yeah, I'm still burning calories, I'm still getting some exercise, but it's not where I need to be at. So the reality is there's gonna be very little e-bike riding this year. The e-bike is going to be mainly focused on just on a Saturday, on an afternoon, after I've already done a real ride, for enjoyment if I want to get out and just enjoy the day and see some of the area. So that's kind of the focus. There'll be one more video coming up this week. I'd really like you to check out that video if you can. That video is going to talk a lot about the fate of this channel over the next 60 days and going forward. I'm going to be very honest with you guys and give you some real insight on where my head's at on the channel and where I am in my fitness journey and really where I see the future of this channel going. So if you get a chance to check it out, please check it out. But here's the thing, like I said, the difference on a Peloton and a road bike. Peloton ride, I went out and did my 800th ride and I came in like 11th out of, I forget how many thousand people, you know, and I just crushed that ride. 360 watts, like 8 miles in, I think, 20-ish minutes, right? I just went out and did 8 miles on the road bike outdoors in 36 minutes. Said I burned less calories, but I feel like this was a much more challenging ride. It really is that body weight push. So if you're really fit like I was 3 years ago, I think that the Peloton and the road bike are relatively similar. If you're pushing around more weight like I am at like 250, riding the outdoor bike is significantly more challenging. So I hope that helps. I will talk to you all very, very soon. I really do appreciate all of you who have checked out the channel over the last 3 years. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't, and like I said, please check out the video we have later coming up this week. I think it'll give you some good insight to where I'm at and where the channel's going, and I'll talk to everybody really soon. Thank you all so much.